Hi everyone, this is Dave George with Seniors Marketing Academy, and in this video we're going to talk about Spark by ClickBank's 7-day challenge, where they show you how you can make your first sale from a ClickBank product as an affiliate in just 7 days. Now, is that hype or hope? We're going to take a look. But before we dive in, if you like this video, please click the subscribe button below. And if you really want to get started today with an evergreen business that's easy to follow, please do check the link in the description below, where you can learn a very simple, effective, and user-friendly way to start building an online business today. Now, in case you're not familiar, Spark by ClickBank is a comprehensive training program that teaches you how to sell your own product on ClickBank or how to find and promote existing offers in the ClickBank marketplace. The 7-day challenge focuses strictly on selling an existing offer in the marketplace. Now, there's two ways of purchasing the 7-day challenge. You can buy it on its own for $7, or if you're thinking of buying the full Spark by ClickBank course, then it comes as part of that training. So let's go check it out. Hi, as I mentioned a few seconds ago, there's two ways to get into the 7-day challenge. One as a standalone product, and two as part of the Spark by ClickBank training program. This one, as you can see, this is the standalone, where you can get your first ClickBank sale in the next 7 days. This takes you directly to the 7-day challenge, and only the 7-day challenge. As I mentioned before, it's only $7. And if you want to take a look at this, I'll include a link to the description in the description box. The other way to access it is through the Spark training itself, where you can access the Spark 100 level courses. As you can see, it's part of the 7-day challenge, as part of the training. You can see all the different courses in the different areas for Spark, which I'll cover in the next video. But for right now, what we want to do is go into the 7-day challenge. Okay, here we are in the actual challenge itself. You can see all the different videos labeled, and you can see they're labeled by day. So there's something new that you do every day. Now, the initial 7-day challenge introduction, that's basically what it is. It's just promoting the fact that you can get your first sale in the first 7 days. And he emphasizes watching the video and then executing. Now, one of the advantages that you're going to see as I go through these different days is they do have different worksheets that you can have or that you can download, and those are actually pretty good. It gives you a step-by-step instruction, gives you a place to put your notes, write down any ideas, and so I recommend that you, when you're going through here, download those, print them, whatever you want to do, and take advantage of that, because it does help enhance the training itself. Now, day one basically goes into the setup, and you can see it's a 2-minute video. It just talks about joining ClickBank and where to find the different stats that you want to look at as you're promoting and growing in your sales journey with ClickBank. Okay, now we're in day 2, which is choosing your offer. What they discuss is finding a high converting offer. Shows you how to find it in the affiliate marketplace. I want you to focus on a category that you feel passionate about, something that you have some knowledge in, and that you feel comfortable in promoting. Now, the example they used here is Ted's Woodworking, which is something that has all the bells, hoops, and whistles that he wants you to find when you get into the affiliate page, and make sure that you have all the resources you need. Now, again, he's using Ted's Woodworking as an example. The tendency for a lot of people when they do training like this is to say, okay, I'll just follow along and see what he does. But as I'm going to explain a little bit later, that may not necessarily be the best thing to do. He also explains in this is how to get your hop link. And if you're not familiar with what a hop link is, it's basically the affiliate link for that product that you're promoting. And of course, testing it to make sure that it's working properly. Now, on day 3, we're talking about building your Facebook page. And of course, you want to make sure that you have the offer prepared, that you know which one you're going to promote, and then you're going to build a Facebook page based on that offer, or at least that area that you're working in, because you want to make sure that whatever the page is about, it's going to be about more than just that affiliate offer. You want to build it so that it looks like it's part of a total package. In other words, you want to have a Facebook page that about a certain subject that fits the product you're selling. You don't want to, for example, sell a weight loss product when your Facebook page focuses on something totally different, like building a doghouse, for example. Also in here, one thing that, and you can see it on the page here, he's creating a page, and what he's going to do, he's going to take an image out of Google he's going to put on this page. Something I saw on this that didn't strike me very well is he just randomly went to Google, looked for an image, grabbed an image that he liked, and put it on there. Well, you got to be careful about that, because you want to make sure that it's something you can use legally, that it isn't copyrighted or protected in some way, that you don't have to provide some kind of attribution if it is. So you want to be careful where you get your images going forward. So I don't just follow along with this, because this to me I thought was a little shaky. Now here in day 4 we're talking about setting up your ad campaign, and again he goes into some details on how to do this. Wants to make sure that you're optimized for conversions. He explains that you need to name the campaign, create your ad set, or name it, because it has to be, again, based on who your audience is, what is your audience, basically all the demographics that you're looking for. Also, you want to target your size of your audience so it's not too big, because then the campaign becomes too broad, and instead of attracting a narrow focus, you end up becoming too broad, and then you end up not doing very well in attracting potential buyers. Again, he mentions your first paycheck in the first 7 days. Okay, here in day 5, you're building your ad creative. This is where you create your ad copy. You want to make sure that you fill out the primary text in the headline. You also want to make sure that you're providing the kind of text and headline that's going to appeal to your users, because you're using a social site. So you want to make sure that it's something that people will be drawn to, that are attracted to. So he spends a lot of time on this. Now in day 6, he talks about turning on your traffic. You need to create a Facebook pixel, which he shows you how to do. Then you put that into your ad set, and then what you'll do is you'll submit it for approval. Now again, as he's been focusing on through the whole training, this is something you go from start to finish in 7 days. That's the implication of the 7-day challenge. But he says in here, once you submit it for approval to Facebook, it could take up to 24 hours to get it approved. So if we're doing it day by day and following the setup of day 1, day 2, day 3, and just doing it one thing a day, we're already on day 6, and now we're talking 24 hours at max probably. It probably wouldn't take that long. But let's say it does. We're already in day 7 and we haven't even gotten anywhere on it. The other thing is, when you're doing this, you're having to create an ad budget. So when you create a Facebook ad, it's not for free. Now, they talk about in the training a little bit, you can do this for as little as $3. But in the example that he gave, he put $10, and not $10 in total, $10 a day for the next 7 days. So that's $70 right off the bat. So we're going to take a look at that and see how that goes. Now, the last thing he does on this, which it can be very important, is he created 2 campaigns. He did a split test. So he took the initial ad that he created, and then created another ad, basically copied the original ad and made some tweaks to it. And then when you run the campaign, it's going to be an equal amount going to one ad as opposed to the other ad. And at the end of the campaign, you can see if one did better than the other. And that leads us into day 7. Now, when it comes to assessing the results, again, he mentions in this video that he's making the first sale in 1 week. But when you look at the actual training itself, and he shows you the results, it was longer than 7 days. It was closer to 2 weeks. Because keep in mind, it's a day-by-day process, and the ad didn't even go out until the 7th day. So he wanted you to let it sit for 7 days and then examine the results. And in examining the results, he found that through the split test, one ad did better than the other. There was 1 sale made. Okay, so he met the criteria. The goal, the challenge was to make a sale in 7 days. And technically, if you say, okay, 7 days after he ran the ad, that is correct. But the implication was make a sale in the first 7 days from when you started. So really, I guess it depends on how you want to interpret that. But when he made the sale, it was for sale for $31 with Ted's woodworking. Now keep in mind, he invested $70. So yes, he made a sale. You can argue whether it was 7 days or 7 days from the time he ran the ad, but it's still $39 less than what he spent, because he spent 70 and he made 31. So he's in the hole. So what he goes into here is how you're going to take that split test, find the one that's underperforming, and then modify the first ad, the one that did have a sale, maybe make some changes, but then create a second split test, again modifying the first ad and running another campaign, and then run it again. So then you're going to run another campaign, spend some more money depending on how much money you want to spend, and then hopefully your ads will improve and your results will improve with that change in your advertising. Which again, you're playing with your money. Now, if this is something that you have a good amount of finances available to you, that may be something that you're okay with. But if you're very, very limited on funds, and that's one of the reasons you're getting into internet marketing in the first place, this might be something that you might not want to be very careful about. You might not want to get too deep into the weeds with this, because I've seen people spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not more, on Facebook ads or other ads, and the return on their investment never worked out. So be very cautious, be very conservative if you're going to take this approach. So what did I think about it? Well, I like that the videos were short and informative. I like the fact that he had worksheets with every video for you to help stay on track. I think he laid out a path to sell ClickBank products, especially if you're not familiar with ClickBank previously. However, I didn't like how he put photos in from Google without making sure you can use them without any issues. Also, he used Ted's woodworking in the example, probably because they had all the creatives he wanted to use and show, but recently, according to members of Spark's Facebook community, there have been issues with Ted's lately, and there have been several complaints about problems with refunds as well as other issues. Now, in all fairness though, he did not say use Ted's. It was just an example. Problem is, a lot of people, rather than find a product on their own, just basically copied and pasted the idea, and now are finding out that it's not the best product for them to promote right now. Also, you really have to make sure you follow the instructions completely so you don't accidentally violate Facebook terms. Again, in the Facebook group, I saw several people mention that Facebook shut down their account. And in one case, Ben mentioned in a response, I've had tons being in capital letters, of ad accounts and sometimes business manager accounts shut down. It's just part of the process. Well, when you're trying to get started in a ClickBank career, that's probably not words you want to hear. There is a lot of good information in this course, especially for $7. I've seen a lot of courses be a lot more money and provide more fluff than fact. So it does provide a lot of good information. However, you do need to be prepared to spend money based on this model, and it can get expensive if you're not careful. Now, I hope you like this video. If so, please click the subscribe button below. And if you really want to get started today with an evergreen business that's easy to follow, then please do check the link in the description below, where you can learn a very simple, effective, and user-friendly way to start building an online business today.